إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله وسلم عليه يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أما بعد. We begin by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, the sustainer, the one who maintains every single atom in this universe. And we send our peace and blessings upon our Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. First, my brothers and sisters in Islam, we have to recognize that we are in days that are golden. We have to realize that we are in days that if the people in the grave were to be asked, what is the one wish that you have? They would say to live these last 10 nights. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He takes a qasam, He takes an oath by these nights. He subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَالْفَجْرِ وَلَيَالٍ عَشْرٍ. By Fajr, which is the morning prayer. That's another topic on itself, on its own. وَلَيَالٍ عَشْرٍ. And the last 10 nights. The 10 nights. This is a blessing that wallahi we cannot even imagine. And so my brothers and sisters in Islam, what's incumbent upon us is number one, to be grateful for this blessing. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He says, وَمَا بِكُم مِّن نِعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ. Any blessing that you have, of any worldly blessing, or any hereafter blessing, is only from Allah Azza wa Jalla. So what is required from us is to be grateful. Because if we are not grateful, then we are proving to Allah that we are ungrateful slaves. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He says, وَمَنْ يُبَدِّلْ نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَتْهُ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. When, or whoever, replaces a ni'mah of Allah, whoever replaces a blessing of Allah, after it has come to him, then indeed Allah Azza wa Jalla is severe in punishments. So this is a blessing, my brothers and sisters in Islam, and what is required from us is to do what we have to do to attain the most out of these nights. Wallahi, if we go through these 10 nights without getting closer to Allah Azza wa Jal, then we have replaced the ni'mah of Allah. Then we have replaced this blessing of Allah Azza wa Jal. Now there are many ahadith that show the importance of these last 10 nights. But my message, inshallah, in this very quick khutbah, is that in these last 10 nights, you might be thinking, what should I do? What is the thing that I need to do in order to get closer to Allah? Well, brothers and sisters in Islam, the answer is each and every person has their own way of getting to Allah. So my message to you is, have something with Allah. Have something with Allah. Our Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, one day he finishes the Fajr prayer. After he finishes, he calls Bilal. And he says, Bilal, yesterday in the night's journey, I heard your footsteps in the paradise. Please tell me the one thing that you're doing. Tell me the one thing that you're doing that makes me hear your footsteps in the paradise. What is it that you're doing after you accepted Islam? Bilal radiallahu anhu, he says, I'm not doing anything except that every time I make wudu, either in the day or in the night, I perform 2 rak'ahs. Khalas. So Bilal was hoping through these 2 rak'ahs, as bi'idhnillah he would enter the paradise. And so my message to you, my brothers and sisters, in these last 10 days, have something with Allah. Whether that's through salat, whether that's through dua, whether that's through dhikr, whether that's through financial means, whether that's through helping people, whether that's through righteousness to the parents, have something with Allah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. So after mentioning all of these things that we can take part in these last 10 nights, what is the best deed in these last 10 nights, and especially Laylat al-Qadr? Everybody knows the importance of Laylat al-Qadr, and so I would just be beating a drum or beating the head of a horse if I was to repeat all the virtues. But what is the best thing that we can do in these nights, and especially Laylat al-Qadr? It comes in one hadith. The answer is always in the Qur'an or Sunnah. The Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, من قام ليلة القدر إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. That's your answer. من قام, whoever stands in the prayer, ليلة القدر, in Laylat al-Qadr, with iman, believing that this is this is from Allah Azza wa Jal, واحتسابا, he's hoping for the reward from Allah Azza wa Jal. غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. All of his previous sins are wiped away. Why the salat? Why standing in the prayer? Because it encompasses every single thing that gets you closer to Allah. In the salat you have the Qur'an. In the salat you have dhikr. In the salat you have a dua. So that is the best way to get closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. And so my brothers and sisters in Islam, once again, have something with Allah. When you stand in front of Allah on the Day of Judgment, say, Ya Allah, in these last 10 nights that you gave me life for, this is what I did. Abdullah ibn Jahsh, he made a dua to Allah as he was meeting the enemy. He was like, Oh Allah, allow me to meet the enemy, and allow me to kill the enemy, and allow the enemy to kill me. Jihad fi sabilillah. And allow the enemy to cut my nose and to cut my ears. And so the companions, they wondered, why are you asking for nose to be cut off and for ears to be cut off? Abdullah ibn Jahsh, he says, because when I meet Allah Azza wa Jal, I want to show that, Ya Allah, this is what I brought for you. Jihad fi sabilillah. I brought my nose and I brought my ears for your sake. Ibadullah, have something with Allah so that you can stand in front of Him and say, this is what I have done for you. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give us the ability to reach Laylat al-Qadr. We ask Him subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the strength to worship Him therein. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما اللهم وفقنا لليلة القدر اللهم وفقنا قياما في ليلة القدر ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وآخر دعوانا على الحمد لله رب العالمين.